courses. So today we're going to be talking about keeping your eye on the ball, right? Because everyone tells you that all the time. If you pull your head, everyone's yelling at you to keep your eye on the ball. But what does that really mean? So in this course, there's not going to be a lot of hitting involved, but it's going to give you an understanding of when someone tells you to keep your eye on the ball, what they're really saying. And for you, and for personally, for what you're thinking about when you're going into the box and hitting the ball and when you need to make contact with it, this is a video to understand where exactly you need to be looking on the ball, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, so for this part of the video, what I want you to do, so you have an idea of what I'm looking at as well, is I want you to grab the tee and I want you to put the ball on the tee and be in the exact position where you're going to be hitting the ball, okay? And this is really important because our depth perception changes when depending if we're looking on top of the ball or if we're looking directly behind the ball. So for the purpose of the ball right now, it's directly on the tee, it's in the middle of the plate, okay? And what we're going to be doing is, instead of looking here, so I'm standing up and I'm looking straight down, I see this part. And that is not what we want to be hitting. So if you're looking at something, that's exactly where your hands are going to be going. So if I look here, my hands are going to go here, and what we end up doing is we're going to go down. So ideally, what you want to do is you're going to want to find, so this ball has DSA. What I'm looking at is I'm looking at the A, okay? So the S is right in the middle, the A is more on the inside of the ball. So if you look on the inside of the ball, on this side closest to you, your hands are going to stay there. So wherever you are looking on the ball, if you decide that the ball is coming on the outside, you want to be looking on the inside of the ball. So your hands stay inside and you're pushing the barrel out. So what I want you to think about the next time you put the ball on the tee is, where are you looking on the tee? And are you keeping your eyes on the tee after you hit the ball? If you catch yourself seeing the ball and seeing it go out and you're pulling your head straight down as well, you're not actually seeing the ball. If you look at the ball and then you look at the tee, you know that you hit the ball. Does that make sense? Okay, so at this point I'm going to stand up and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to give you the angle so you understand on what part of the ball you are exactly should be looking at to be able to hit the ball on the barrel, okay? So all right, let's get started. Okay, so to give you another angle, kind of on the catcher's angle here, so you're able to see this in a different view. So if I spin this ball right down the middle, right through this S, what I want you to be looking at and having your hands go through is this inside, right? Because I always want our hands to stay on top of this white line. And by doing that, we're able to have our hands here, right? So we're looking on this side of the half of the ball. So then when we do that, our barrel is on the D and the S and the A. But let's just say if I'm just looking at the ball in general and not picking a point on the ball, and I'm just like looking on top. So if I look on top, what's going to happen is I throw my hands at the top, and guess what's going to hit the ball? The handle, right? Like we're going to hit it right here. But if I look on the inside and I'm like, oh, I got my hands in, the barrel is going to go to the ball. So that is what I'm saying when we are needing to look at the ball and make sure we're picking a point on the ball. That is what I mean, okay? So I want you to practice 8 to 10 reps of just visually looking at the ball and making sure that when you hit, you're seeing the inside of the ball. You can test it out and decide, oh, I'm going to look at the D and see where the ball's going to go, just to make sure that you have a feeling and understanding of your hands need to stay on the inside of the ball. Alright, so at this point in the video, you should have been hitting 8 to 10 reps or more of visually watching the ball and making sure that you're hitting straight on the inside of the ball. Sounds good? Alright, so like I say all the time, make sure that you're giving yourself a break. If you're tired at this point, take a break, come back tomorrow. But if you're ready to go on the next video, go for it.